I'm Jacque Wilke, I'm playing Anne Deaver.
And I'm Tom Hall, I'm playing George Deaver.
Anne and George are brother and sister. We've been living in New York. When the play starts, I'm coming in town and he's coming from New York to come visit. So we've been separated from the whole town and from the Kellers for a few years.
It's almost mystical what happens with George in Act Two, because he comes into the play very driven. He has a very clear objective as to what he wants to do. There is a truth that he is arriving into town with that comes to light in a very explosive way. I just think that this play in particular is Arthur Miller at his best, where he poses these really deep, almost primal moral questions and dilemmas. And it's very, one could come out of this play with the feeling that certain characters in it are monsters. But the way he structures the play, by getting to know all of these characters, really getting to know them, he puts a really fascinating moral question towards the end. The average everyday person like myself might not be too far off from making these sorts of decisions if placed in this situation.
Everybody that's seen the show so far and the people that talk to us after, it hits them, it hits home, it hits a family dynamic. He writes it so beautifully, and the kind of different levels that you have and the tensions underneath and the kind of family dynamic that he says things to me that only siblings could say to one another, that only you could say to someone that you love through anything. He puts these families in certain situations of almost imploding is the only option.
It's a very, very human play. As bad as some of these characters act and the things that they do, there is such a deep humanity to it. And that's why I think you can't come away from this play thinking that guy's evil, that guy's a monster. I don't know how you could if you were really, really interested in questioning what's going on. It's a really, really fascinating human story.